Welcome to Adickted Podcast Ep1, the place where I'm a dick and
I take it.
First epi, thanks to Sleepy Owl's production for Expanded. We're totally elated and ready to start. But first word from our sponsor.
If you have it, you don't need it. If you need it, you don't have it. If you have it, you need more of it. If you have more of it, you don't need less of it. You need it to get it. And you certainly need it to get more of it. But if you don't already have any of it to begin with, you can't get any of it to get started, which means you really have no idea how to get it in the first place, do you? You can share it, sure. You can even stockpile it if you'd like, but you can't fake it, wanting it, needing it, wishing for it. The point is, if you've never had any of it, ever, people just seem to know.
So, the first episode, and we're going to go into a little background about myself, how we got the name, and just about us in general, and how the podcast came to happen, and what the fucking podcast is about. So, Adickted, it's really spelled Adicted. But the reason we did that, because I'm a dick. I truly am. I think even on our first date, I was like, look, I'm a dick. I'm a self-righteous guy. And see, if you go ahead and get all that out of the way, then, well, they can't complain later. Or they really can't throw it in your face later, Or go crying to their friends, he's being a dick, so. But I'm not a dick always. I am kind of nice, Like today I brung her cranberry juice because she likes cranberry juice. So, where the addicted comes from, I started smoking and doing stuff, at an early age. I was 13, and then up until the last 3.5 years, man, I could get I just couldn't stop drinking. It got really bad. I remember living in Birmingham, and I'll tell you all the story. I remember this one time I was so drunk. I was on the second floor. I was actually with one of my exes at another ex's house. And that's another story, but that's really bad how that came to be. But we were on the second floor, and there was the power line right outside the balcony, and I was drunk. So I was like, I'm going to tightrope. So I got on there, and I got 2 steps out, and then I was like, I'm not going to do this. But when I got back in the apartment complex, you got to understand there's a hallway, and there's doors on each side where people live. I pull my dick out, and I walk through that hallway pissing. So, and that's just some funny story. But it got really bad, and I just couldn't handle it. I'm one that can't take it, but I can give it. So I've been to jail, rehabs, I wanted to get clean, so I was finally done, I'd had enough. I was tired of being sick and sick of being tired. So I straightened up, so then that's where the addicted part came from. I just don't drink. I don't do anything anymore. I do smoke cigarettes, but now it's 2013, so you need to start vaping. Okay? Not them smelly ass cigarettes.
You always rant on about that.
Because you smoke cigarettes. Mm-hmm. That's a little background about me. So how we met is, I gotta tell a story, I guess, about me. Because I would get online in this online dating site, and we'd always call it poffin. We'd be poffin girls, So then, but all of them drank. All of them drank, did drugs. That was the most common thing. So, And finally, I found one that said, no drinking, no drugs. And it was in capital letters. And I was like, oh, So I messaged her some funny 1-2-liner. What was it? You remember?
I don't remember, but here's just a funny little thing about this. The only reason I even answered that was because you messaged me a few times, and I think you sent me maybe 2 videos, and then you just went off on this rant as to why I didn't respond to you, and I was just busy. I was like, dude, it's not. I was thinking it's nothing personal.
Oh, was it was it this rant? Real women, like, was it like real women know what they want and would message back or something similar to that? It was like a paragraph of like between like real women and like pretty much insecure women.
Oh, no. Like, I hadn't even responded to anything. Because I was busy.
No,
I was trying to stay on my recovery, actually. I was cutting out what people told me to cut out.
No, but the one I sent you, like the message that got you to respond, was it like a 3-sentence thing, something about like, me and my friends, we were all talking the other day.
No. This was maybe 5 sentences.
Well, 5 sentences, whatever. I'm about to give the whole spiel.
Just give it.
So, and then you just say yes or no. I'm pretty sure this is it, because it works. It gives responses. I can't remember. Oh, yeah, me and my friends were talking the other day, and we all agreed on, like, women. I forgot it. It's actually on my laptop. So, I'll get back with you on that one. But anyways, so you responded, and, yeah, so I messaged her a few times. Finally, one night, I think I'm actually about to delete the Poffin thing. It's getting old. I've met a few women on there. Nothing really ever came of it, but like a month here, a month there. Except this, you know what I mean? Like, I was about to delete it, and then like all of a sudden I'm on there, and then I get a message, and then I get an email. I'm like, you got a message. I'm like, okay, check it, and I don't even remember, but I was like, looked at her profile, because it was like 2 weeks later. It was like a week or two later. And then I was like, oh, it's the one that doesn't drink or do drugs. And I was like, that's rare to find. Like, even like anywhere, like for someone that don't drink or do drugs. I actually thought it was bullshit. Like, we would meet, and then she'd be like, well, I drink,
But you didn't think you were into someone as sick as you, did you?
Sicker, you mean?
Sicker. I'll give you that.
So she messaged back, and I think we exchanged Facebook, right?
Yeah.
And then she had a friend that I knew from this place, and then she asked how I knew her, and I was like, and it was nothing like that. It was just a friend. And then like we found out, like, we did the same thing. And was it the next day? Was it the next day?
Yeah, it was the next day.
And what did we do?
We went to the movies. We went to go see, what is it? Elysium.
What did we do before that?
We went to Big Spring Park.
Because it's free. That's the best place to go. And then we seen a band playing, and I made all kinds of jokes. And I think that's where I told her I wasn't like I was a dick, and
I should have believed it.
I mean, I wasn't lying, So, I'm a dick. Like, but everybody knows it. You know what I mean? My mom knows it. All the people that I work with, they're like, you're a dick to me. I'm like, no, I'm a dick to all y'all. Like, there's no prejudice here. I hate you, and I hate you,
You left out something important, though. I brought a rape whistle on our date.
But, like, she would blow it, and what I would scream, like, rape. Because, ain't nobody raping me. I'm just willing.
There were a few people in the park that kind of enjoyed it.
Did they?
Yeah.
Or were they interested, like, oh, shit, someone's getting raped? They wouldn't have called, like, 911 either. They'd have been like, they would have waited, like, 3 minutes before they did it. They'd have been like, just watched and videotaped it, been on YouTube in an hour. And then, So, that's how we met, which was pretty interesting. You got to understand, I'm about to get off the online site. And then to run into somebody that don't drink or do drugs is, like, especially on there, 1 in a million chance.
Well, the funny part is I was actually trying to do something good by saying, I'm not going to get in a relationship right now. I was actually going to shut it down. And then I've got, like, 5 messages, possibly? And one's, like, 5 or 6 sentences long. I was like, okay.
But she messaged back, guys. And guess what? No, I mean, but there's a 1 in a million chance, so... But even like you said, like you struggled with that, like you didn't want to message me back or anything. you know, like when we first got together, I struggled with the same thing. Like this, you know, like this shouldn't be. I had a bunch of problems with it at first, you know, like she needs to worry about her recovery, and it was like, oh, she couldn't stand that. And I didn't like it. Like, me and you would fight about it. Right?
Yeah, we did.
There was very, it did not go well at first, you know, and then after plenty of crap, I think finally I was just like, yeah, let's do it. Fuck it. Let's, you know, I'll fucking do it, you know, it doesn't matter. And then she had 2 good weeks out of me. You know, I told her I'll give you 2 weeks, maybe a month where I'm super good. After that, you better get ready.
Bitch, please. You were only good for like 3 days.
Well, you know, we're not talking about bad people. I'm letting y'all know. No, but I was good for like a week.
Or are we?
Oh. No, I was good for like at least a week. And then after that, it was kind of like I started creeping the dickhead in this. And it might have been 3 days. And then after a week, it was full blown. So, you got anything to add that I missed?
I mean, yeah, you didn't put in the part about you climbing a tree.
Oh, yeah. Look at a weird picture, like I'm in a tree. I look so creepy, too. My eyes, like I'm hanging from a tree and I'm doing my legged stance. Like, if y'all check out photos on YouTube or on Facebook or something. But I look weird. My eyes look fucking creepy. Like, I even seen it and I was like, oh, fuck. Don't let this get out.
Oh, Lord.
She should have blew the rape whistle then. Yeah.
When my friends asked me what you looked like, that was the picture I sent.
Oh, that was like the worst. And then they were like, oh, I know him. Stay away from him. Fuck. So.
You didn't tell him how the rape whistle came to be about, though, did you?
No, go ahead. Tell him.
We were talking on the phone, and he was like, you should bring a rape whistle. And I was like, you might not want to say that. I'll take that seriously. So I went to, actually, no, it was actually 4 hours before I went to Party City and picked up a bag just so I would have a rape whistle to go out on the date.
Yeah, because I remember we were talking, you're like, I got a whole bag of these, so if I lose one, I got another one. Oh, fuck. No one's getting raped tonight. So, that's how that came to be. That's how Curtis and Brookie Poo met. But how did the...
Why don't you have a weird pet name?
I'm
going to find something to call you.
I
when
do.
You call me that.
It's my last name.
No.
Or actually, it's the best in the world. Hashtag I'm the best in the world at whatido.com.
There must be more than one couple where like the other person gets stuck with the lame one and then the other person gets the awesome one.
Well, yeah, I get the awesome one. Well, you know why, right? Because I'm the best in the world.
Yeah.
I just threw that in your face. Some days you're the best in the world. I should be because you're sitting in the good seat and I got your glasses. So. Oh, nothing to say?
No. I don't know.
And that's how we met, guys. Then, so how this podcast happened? Shoot. I guess it started like with YouTube videos originally. Like, I had a buddy, the G-Man, and like I just like started doing videos, and like I got really into them, but it really frustrated me how to edit them. Like at first, you know, because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. But now I know somewhat of what I'm doing, and if I don't, YouTube will tell me, or he will. So like I like that part, you know, and then like I started checking into other stuff and overheard them talking about podcasts. So then I would check some out, and I was like, these are kind of cool, you know, because it's like creative stuff, you know. It was like different than videos, and you know, I like doing videos, but I also wanted to do something like with Brooke, you know, like we were gonna do, I think a movie review video, but it just didn't happen. I mean, and it could. I don't think it really could properly happen because she lives an hour away. I live here. Like if some breaking news came out, I can't just. Well, I gotta drive 40 minutes, you know. So it just didn't seem logical. Notice I said logical, Brooke. And then like my buddy, you know, from Sleepy House Podcast was like, hey, I want to do a podcast. I want to do some more podcasts. Like I want people to do them. And I was like, oh, I'm in, you know. So then talked to my buddy, and we were gonna do one, but respectfully, somebody else had the idea. So, of course, I'm not gonna do that. And so I messaged Brooke. I'm like, hey, I think we're gonna do a podcast Saturday. This is like what, 3 days ago?
Yeah.
Like 3 days ago. I'm just like, hey, I think we're doing a podcast Saturday. Not 100% sure. And just from there, like, it just opened up the door. She was like, okay, cool. I didn't, nothing really. She was just like, yeah, whatever. I don't give a crap. Let's just do something. So, because
some bonding time.
Yeah, some bonding time. Because we went to the movies. She's watched me do my videos, so we're doing some new experience, and hopefully it goes well. What else? Brookie Poo? Anything?
No.
Okay. So, and this was like for us, because I like doing stuff like this. So, and I want her to actually be in my life and a lot of things that I do. So, which is really selfish of me. So, and she likes to draw. I support that, but I can't sit there and draw with her. You know what I mean? But we can sit at two different mics and,
Keep in mind, though, if you ever ask your significant other to do something with you, give them more than 3 days notice.
Well, some things, I'm very compulsive. I'm just like, let's go do this, You are too.
Yeah, I am.
I mean, that's just our nature, so I've been wanting to do it for a while. So it just seemed like a good idea.
Lord.
And to do it with you, it's even better.
Well, world, here we come.
So by now you're like, oh, boring, get over it. What's the podcast about? So it's gonna be, we'll just go right into it. First episode. So things that grind our gears. Brooke, you want me to go first? You want to go first? I'll be nice. Well, I'm going first.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
That's why I'm a dick. So, people who talk in Spanish or Chinese accents to Spanish Americans or foreign Americans, really, what does that help? I don't understand, they're talking to a Spanish person and they're like, yeah, no, you can't do that. No, or order this. And why do you do that? It makes no sense. It's not helping the conversation. And I wonder if they're on their end, thinking in their head, he's so stupid. I kind of understand him, or I do understand him, but why is he speaking in that accent when I know what American English accent sounds like? So that really gets on my nerves. That actually happened the other day. So I just wanted to point that out.
You might be onto something. I'm just going to touch up on what you said. I was working for an Oriental lady at a hibachi place, and every time she talked to me, she literally thought that I was able to understand what she was saying when she had that accent, and she'd be like, silly white girl, you know bus table, right? Well, okay.
How was your experience at a fucking hibachi restaurant? That's Chinese, Japanese, or Korean?
That's Japanese. It's a Japanese steakhouse. It was awful. It was awful. Every time she'd be like, do this right. She'd explain it, and I'd just look at her with this confused face, and she's like, understand me? Fine, I'll go get someone else. And I'm just like, oh, God.
So you played stupid most of the time?
I don't think I was really playing stupid, to be honest.
I would have played stupid. I'm like, please do this for me. Me no speak a Chinese. Me no speak a Chinese American. So, and then, we just go into conversations, random conversations. I'm trying to think of something that's happened. Oh, what was it? Was it this week or last week? We were going, I was taking you home.
Wait, hold up now. You didn't ask what grinds my gears.
Your what?
What grinds my gears?
Oh, I did. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. I was just touching up on what you said first. Misinterpreted text messages. Those suck. It feels like every time I'm having a conversation and I'm texting, I have to be really careful with what I say. Because and especially girls, I'm a girl, I know this about myself. I read into things way too much, especially if they're written down or, sent through a text message. I'm like, oh, it could mean this way, this way, this way. One time, Chris texted me, and I was like, reading the text message, "We're breaking up."
It had nothing to do with that.
No.
I don't even know what it was about, but it was nothing similar. It was like, I think it was actually about going to do something.
Yeah, I think I'm more of a talking on the phone kind of person now.
That's fair. And it's, dude, like, to be in a relationship, like, because, like, and I have to go back to Puff. You just gotta put up with this. But, like, that would be one of the questions that I would ask during the conversation. Like, or just any girl, I would just ask, like, are you a text and phone conversation kind of girl, just all phone conversation? And if they didn't say phone conversation, it was pretty much done. Because, one, they don't know how to communicate. Like, that's just, like, a big thing. Like, I'm decent at communication, but, I mean, that's just one thing you gotta have. You gotta have talk in the relationship, you know? And I'm gonna agree with her about the misinterpreted text. Oh, which brings me into this misinterpreted text. I still got it. Oh, yeah, so I said, yeah, I'm ready to be up in you, just saying. And then she said, I'm ready for that long Dickinson, wink face. And I'm like, laugh my ass off. Is that its name? Or did you just say, dick in me, son? I was like, because I could picture her there, like, just saying, yeah, I'm ready for that dick in me, son. And I was like, oh, shit. You know? So, and then I found out I meant to say just dick. Damn autocorrect. Doesn't like filthy words. So, fuck your new phone. That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
No, that's what it does. Like, I'll say fuck you, and it goes duck you.
Yeah. See, mine don't do that. But mine won't even, like, autocorrect. I'll spell F-U and then, like, put in a C and it stops. I'm like, fuck. So, I wish I could add it. I'm sure there's some kind of way. So, that was funny.
And when I say damn, it says demon.
So they got parental guidance on it now.
Pretty much.
They're like, this next text message is rated R.
I wonder if they're going to start doing that with phones.
That would be fun.
That'd be interesting.
So, and we're going to get into, like, problems that we have each week. So, because, like, everybody can relate to problems, especially if you're a couple, because this is kind of like I don't know. I don't think it's new, but it's kind of like if it takes off, you know, I kind of want to be real on the podcast. So, like, we want to talk about our problems. And some problems you might never know, but that's for us to tell. So, our problem this week was, and it was my problem that she had with me. And it was actually, she couldn't cry around me or open up to me. Like, she couldn't have a conversation because I would, like, make looks at her, like, or stop paying attention when she would, like, say certain things. Like, I would do, like, I didn't know this, like, but I would do, like, weird looks, like, my eyes, I guess, like, squinched down, and I look like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, shut up. You know, or I would just be on my laptop, like, yeah, okay, you know? But most of and then finally she brung it up, because, like, she needed to talk to me about some shit, and she couldn't open up, you know? So I was like, damn. And when she said that, I was like, oh, fuck, you know. I was like, immediately I denied it. I was like, I don't give you weird looks, you know. And then, like, I think 30 minutes later after because we were in a fucking heated fight.
All you've got to do, ladies, is just stay quiet. Eventually someone talks.
Yeah, because that was an awkward ride for, like, 30 minutes. Like, we didn't say shit. I was so mad. But then I was like, I do give her weird looks when she talks. Like, she gossips, you know? Like, that's women in general. Women just talk. I know this. They talk to talk. I even told her that all women talk, you know? Remember on our first date? You remember on our first date? Huh? And I don't like gossip. Because I'm a guy. Like, I'm not into, like, gossiping. So I would always give weird looks when that happened, you know? And apparently that just shut her off from opening up. So I just learned to deal with it. Like, if she gossips, I don't get into it, but I respond a lot better. Like, my eyes get really wide, and I'm, like, shaking my head, like, yeah, uh-huh. And then I give her a hug, like, I love you so much.
I think most of his niceness is kind of forced.
It is, because I'm not used to being nice. Like, I do it. I don't, it feels awkward to be nice to a girl. Like, just to be like, yeah, fuck, I can't. So that was our problem. Like, what do you got to say about that, though?
I think it's funny. I know when he's forcing the niceness because it sounds like he's reading from a script or something in his own head. Like, I'm going to say this to get this, and I've got it memorized.
Hey, baby, will you go get me something to drink? Because I'm going to rub your feet when you get back, and I have to force it out. Like, I'm like gritting my teeth under that whole conversation.
I love you.
Yeah, right. I love you so much, fuck. It's just awkward for me, but I mean it, you know what I mean? But like, for me to do something like that's a big change. Because y'all got to understand me, like, I think, oh my gosh, like, I've never paid for dates. I'm like, or anything in a relationship. I paid my bills only. When I dated one of my exes, like, for 2.5 years, I never paid to go to the movies. She paid. I never paid for my alcohol. She paid. So, like, for me to do anything like take you to the movies is like foreign to me. Like, and I like it. It gives me a good feeling, but fuck, it feels awkward, like, I'm like, I have to take you to the movies. Okay, you want to see this? We will go see it,
I think I've actually grown fond of the meanness and the cruelty that you give me. Because when you're nice, I just feel like you're sick or something. Like there's just something wrong. When you're mean, it just feels normal, natural almost. Just like this is the way it is supposed to be. And, I never thought from the age of 3 watching Disney princess movies that I would actually be this into someone that makes this feel normal. But to each his own. To each his own, you know?
I'm like the grumpy elf. What is it? It's not elf. Dwarf in Snow White. Like, that's just me, Like, she puts up with a lot. Like, dude, I know anybody that puts up with me is really the best in the world. Like, I'm not an easy character to get along with. Anybody, even as a friend, can deal with me. They're golden, man. And I really appreciate anybody that puts up with me. I wish I had more friends.
Oh, poor baby.
But since we've had this conversation, I can't do that. It's not in my
pretty good concept.
I'll try. No, but since we've had that conversation, since you've brung that to my attention, and then like I actually I stopped denying it and was like, I do. Have there been progress?
There has. There has been a lot of progress shown.
I had some expectations of like you just going like, yes, you've gotten so much better. You should just keep doing what you're doing. That way I can rest on my laurels. But that means I got to get better. That sucks.
Oh.
Okay. So recently, she's a trooper for this, but like this happened all in 1 week. Recently, my grandma died, and like, dude, listen how weird this is. This is like when I know, like, this is times like when this happens, like I know we're supposed to be together. So like the day I'm at work, she was like, "Hey, I gotta go. My cousin's like, what? She was on what? Hospice?
Hospice, yes."
And she was like, my mom's coming to get me, I'm going to go over there, we're going to go see her. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm at work, I'll be off at, so-and-so time. And that's about when I got home, and I got down to unwind, and then I got a call. And my grandma had been in the hospital all week, and I just seen her the day before. I knew she was in bad shape, but, like, I don't think any of my family, like, seen this. This was kind of like, whoa, So my sister calls, and, like, she says, your grandma just died. I'm like, I got to go. I'm getting ready. I'll be there in a minute at the hospital because I know mom's there. My sister's not there. I'm like, she's like, well, Uncle Wayne's going to get her. I'm like, no, I'm going to get her. I'll be there, So, I fucking cry for a minute, get back up, and then I threw my phone. It was actually in the hallway, not my room. I heard it ring, And I knew it was my mom, instantly. So I pick up the phone and I'm like, I know, I'm crying. She's crying. And like soon as I get off the phone, that's when Brooke walks in, And that's when I know, like, even, like, I just felt like, I think right before she walked in, I might have screamed. But right after I got off the phone with my sister, like, I screamed like a fucking, like, I don't know, like Superman in the new Man of Steel at the end. Like, that's how I was just fucking hit my knees, like, this sucks. And as soon as she walks in, like, I'm dropping to the floor, like, hitting the fetal position, like, and she thinks I'm playing because usually I play pranks and jokes, like, I mean, I don't blame her because she just walked past me like, you fucking stop joking, And,
boy who cried wolf.
Yeah, right. So I need to stop pranking. But I love pranking. It makes me happy. Especially pranks no one else gets but me. I'm like the man on the fucking moon. Y'all need to watch that movie. Well, as soon as she finds out I'm not playing, because she kicks me, I'm like, stop it. I'm not, my fucking grandma just died. She just drops with me and just holds me. And then I'm like, we gotta go. And so I fucking get up, try to get on some clothes, and fucking go in my closet. It's a big closet. I can have a twin bed in there and a dresser drawer, I'm sure. And I just fucking drop, and I can't put on my clothes. I need to get on my clothes, and she just sits there with me, and finally we get up and we head, but it was a fucking shitty ride. But she went to Kentucky with me. Like, she stayed with me all week. She had stuff she had to do. She dropped everything. We went to Kentucky. We were gone. It was an all-week thing. Like, Monday to fucking Friday. Yeah, Monday through Friday. And then what happened when we get back? You want to go into that, Brooke?
Oh, Lord. We got back, and then I think, was it a day later? My cousin died, and then we went to another funeral.
Like, as soon as we get back,
And then the best part was he found a profound message in the funeral about going to church. And I was like, oh, gosh.
Yeah, I started questioning, like, should I go to church? Because it was two different preachers said, and I'm not religious by any means. Y'all gotta, I wish y'all knew me. I'm fucking not religious. And I'm gonna look into it. I'm gonna go to more funerals, of course, because they might all say the same shit, But they said two different things, and I was like, that first one, I was like, But he said a lot about my grandma, too, that I related to. Like, I never knew this side of my grandma. Like, she couldn't use her hands anymore that well. And, like, and she would do stuff at the church. Well, I do stuff with what I do, like about giving back and stuff. And she was like, I can't use my hands anymore. People don't understand how important that is to clean up stuff, at the church. And I'm like, okay, I understand that comment. People don't understand how important that is. So, but anyways, I heard the same different thing at both parts, like when they're about to put them in the ground and at the fucking place. What's that place with the funeral home? At the funeral home. And I was like, oh, that's weird. And then I started like texting her like, what if I'm wrong? What if I need to start going to church? And I haven't been to church.
I thought he lost his mind, for real.
Yeah.
But on that note about you saying it might happen at every funeral, my mom did in fact confirm that does happen. Like, they have this spiel and they pick certain ones for funerals.
Got me.
They're so original, aren't they?
They almost had me. Because I questioned it. For like a week, I was like texting her. And then I was like, I'm just going to show up to church Sunday. I didn't. Sunday came around, I was like, I'm sleeping in, So, that's how that happened. But, like, it was weird, just, like, as soon as we get back, her cousin dies. Like, I'm talking about as soon as we get back. So then we had to go to a funeral, 2 days later?
About 3 days later.
3 days later, and, I mean, it's just, and they die in threes. My friend says they die in threes, and that's usually true. It is. I don't know of anybody else that died. Well, I do know, like, famous people that died. You know what I mean? But as far as close to us, I don't remember anybody. But there was, like, somebody that died that week. I was like, okay. Third one, you're down. But that gave me a new appreciation for, like, people in my life. Like, I don't have them that long, So Oh, let's see. Shut your mouth, bro.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, after this is done, cooking dinner. Yeah.
Well, I guess now that we're done with your problems, we should get on to my problems, the things I don't like to look at, you know.
That's next episode. And then we're gonna have old school movie review. We don't have anything in this episode about it. Next episode though, for sure, we're gonna have something about old school movie review. And it's not gonna be new school. Okay, we're gonna bring the old school back. So movies you've watched, movies maybe you haven't watched that you've like, you know, because I'll think about movies like old movies, or I'll hear about them for months, like everybody, or years, and I'm like, I still haven't seen that movie. Like I just seen Donnie Darko like 2 months ago. Dude, I've spent the last few years of my life like, yeah, that movie's sick, and I'm like, I'm not fucking going to see it. Or American Psycho. Is that what it's called? American Psycho. I haven't seen that shit either. You know, Christian Bale, and I mean, I should watch it, but like, this is like that section where, okay, I'm gonna go watch it now, you know, or funny skits. Shut your fucking mouth. This is our podcast, but it's really mine. You hear me, bro?
And see, this is where he's the dick and I take it.
Was it good? How'd it taste? So, and we're gonna have like a part what's in Brooke's purse, and I got this part because there's some weird shit in a girl's purse. Any girl that's listening to this, they're like, I'm gonna agree, you know, because like I was at work today, and my one of my managers, she's a lady, and she has a fucking big purse, sitting there going through it and finding all kinds of. She was like, oh, I didn't know this was in there, and then she found a pair of socks, like weird color, and I'm like, what are fucking socks doing in there? She was like, well, I had to leave one day and they're on my couch, so I just put them in there. And I'm like, why didn't you go take them to your room? And then they found some other stuff, you know. There was like an empty pack of, and she don't even smoke, but an empty pack of e-cigarettes, you know. And I was like, why would you hold on to that, you know? Clean that shit out, you know. But go ahead. What's one weird thing you have in your purse, Brooke, besides your fucking vibrator? Because I don't please you enough. Poor pitiful me.
The strangest thing that I have in my purse. Well, see, the bad thing about that is probably everything that's strange to you is normal to me to have in my purse.
Yeah, because it seemed normal to her. It did not, like, there's two guys in this room, and we were like, what? Why is that in there? There was no three-way going on. Disclaimer. So, yeah, it just, because I've seen a thing or two in your purse. You know, you dumped it out before. I'm like, what the fuck? Why do you have that in there?
Well, I'm pretty sure I have, like, actually a little bag, and it's pretty funny, of jewelry in my purse. And it's probably good over $250 worth of jewelry. And I don't know why you would carry that around in your purse. Because, you know, you can get robbed. But I do.
So if we ever break up, I'm going to go in your purse. So
Nope.
If you have a weird feeling that day, don't bring it. Because I'm going to get my...
Oh, and I also keep a toothbrush in there.
You do, which now you got a toothbrush over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to get my movie money back if we ever break up. I'm just letting you know.
I think for a while, for a month straight, I carried a DVD in my purse.
What was it?
Little Nicky.
That's a good choice, though. That's a funny movie. You kind of look like Little Nicky. Not at the end either, where his face is all good. Like, you look... I'm playing.
But I don't think that anybody else can understand this as good as a woman, that a purse is a woman's sanctuary. Like, that's where you put anything and everything. If I'm cleaning my room and I don't want someone to see something, or maybe I just don't know where to put it, my purse is a perfect place to put that. A perfect place. Anything that I feel indifferent about where it should go, it goes in the purse. So my purse contains a lot of things.
Including a vibrator.
Maybe.
It must be, if it is, it's like one of them little Trojan ones you see on the fucking commercials with your hair sticking out, like one of the mini ones.
They have a mini Trojan vibrator?
Yeah, I better not find one of them fucking big 12-inch fuckers in there. It's a big purse, guys. Like, it could fit a big 12-inch in there. I'd be like, That's what I'm competing with when I'm not around.
I don't know. After you mentioned those mini vibrators or whatever, I think I might go and get one just for me.
Well, the ones I see on the commercial, it's weird. Yeah, you put it on your finger. Yeah, you put it on your finger and it's like, and I'm like, but see, in the commercials, oh shit. She's like, yeah, boom, mind blown. But check this out. Every commercial that they do, and I've not yet to understand it, it's a couple. Both, like, the guy will usually receive it by mail. He's like, oh, we got it in the Trojan thing today. And I'm like, why are you fucking excited about it? She's going to be using it when you're not around. Like, you just got downed one.
Or, they could never mind.
They can use it together. Because in the commercials, when they come out of the house or whatever they're doing, both their hair is fucking back, or sticking straight up. So why his is, like, they must have did some anal fucking shit with him, but that you're not touching that anal. We're not going there with mine. Like, no fucking little fucking finger dildos touching my ass. But I mean, I'll use it on you, like, and then I'll spit on it. But so it seems like a good idea. So I guess you want a vibrator in this relationship? Is that what you're saying?
I think this has just been established. Yes, I'm probably going to have a vibrator in my relationship now.
I think I know how you can work it off. Alright. So, and every week, like, since we have not even, like, we weren't even officially dating, every time she would come over to this apartment of mine, my humble abode that I so graciously allow her to stay, she's so lucky to be in the same room with me, much less the bed, right? Yes. That was me.
Whatever. So,
I'm just playing. It's a two-way street. So, but every week she's left something here, Like she's like secretly moving in here, which is fine. Like me and her talked about that. I'm like, the other day we broke it down. I was like, you keep this rate, 5 years from now, everything will be moved in here. Hopefully I still don't live in this apartment. I have my own house in 5 years. But I think the first thing, I can't even remember what she left. But it was, little small stuff, here and there. But Brooke, what is the thing you left this week?
A blow dryer.
And what else?
Oh, a blow dryer and a tube of mascara, I believe.
This is true. And every week she just leaves something, and I'm like, I'll message her, I'm like, hey, you forgot this here, Before. Go ahead.
I feel like I'm establishing some dominance in this relationship by doing that, though. Or maybe even just my place, my place in your life. That's what's going on. Like, even before we did, that's the first thing I left over was a tube of mascara originally.
And then that shit got out of here. I was like, no girl shit here. I've been single. I love being single. I'm like, I even have a video about it. Like, being single's great, And it was. It's just, I can't say that anymore. I'm in a relationship. That's me being really ass. But I'll get off work, and there is all this makeup in and she takes it home, most of it. She takes it home every weekend. Like, that's what she does. She comes down here every weekend. But, like, I'm talking about blow dryers in my bathroom, like, all sprawled out, all this makeup. And I'm like, get it. This has got to go. This is not happening. I'm freaking out because I'm not used to girls' makeup being in there. How do you react when I do that? Like, I'm like, ugh.
I think it's pretty damn funny, personally. It's great to see your reaction to me slowly moving into your life. This is just good. But then again, you were the one that when I came over here originally and we weren't really seeing each other, you were just bragging about how nice it was that you were still single.
Yeah, because...
And that's, again, here's another example of where he's the dick and I take it. It's been happening since before we actually got together.
Yeah, that's just me. But I told you up front, so no complaining. But I'm glad you pointed that out. But, I like it that her stuff comes over here. At first, my natural reaction is, help, But then I'm like, but I'm slowly like, we had a conversation the other day. I'm like, you got to bring something, I was like, you got to bring something, and she does. She's got to leave it, that's like the deal. So, At first, I thought this was like a suggestion from her friends or something, like how to get in there. Because my last girl, like my friends were like, "When's she moving in?" I'm like, "Never." They all had a bet actually. They fucking lost. Why did I get in on that? They should pay me some money for that. I'm just stating that for the record. I should get paid some money for winning that. Are you mad that I brought that up?
Oh, no, you're good.
I mean, I'll split it with you. I'll take you out on a date. I mean, you kind of owe me money, you know. You did lose $100. You should have took that $100 that we were talking about.
Oh, yeah, I made a bet to, like, someone bet me to say something to him to see if he'd, like, sweeten up some, and I already knew he was, he's a dick. So I was like, okay, sure, I'll bet me $100. He said he'd bet me $100. I said, okay. And so I talked to him about it. Nothing happened. I won the 100, and I decided, no, you can just keep it.
Whatever. She should have.
It was a win-win situation.
Dude, like, you should have. Nah, it wasn't a win-win. You lost, and then you lost the. But I bet the joy in it was like, hey, I don't have to take your money. Was that it?
I just felt really bad because I already knew what you were gonna say, and I was just basically taking money out of something.
What was this? Because you never told me. I want to know what this is.
I think it's when I blew up with you one time, and I said, I'm sorry, I was just taking out some aggression on you, and it's my fault, blah, blah, blah. And you just stayed on the couch. You didn't say much. Yeah. And they thought that you were just going to be like, oh, it's okay. Yeah, no, that didn't happen.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. I remember something like that. Yeah, I don't react well.
They said, he must be pretty damn cold. And I was like, yeah, but, that's just the way he is. I like it.
Yeah, you tell them. I don't know what to tell them, but tell them, I'm cold as ice. It's a good song.
Is it bad that I don't know that song? Is it because you're just old?
Oh yeah, they don't know our age. I'm 26, she's 21. And I've been stalking her since she was in junior high. So, but she looks 14. Hint, hint, what I go for. So, y'all better watch out at the junior high. Awkward.
Way to make it creepy, honey.
Yeah, I know it. At least I don't have a van. Like, I couldn't fit any girls in that car that I have. Like, except you. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't fit, like, it's not like a come here, get the popsicle kind of car. It's like, yeah, my ride. It's 2012. What's up? You want to take us out or you want me to take us out?
You go ahead and take us out.
I always fucking take you out. Like, I always pay for everything. I'll tell you what. When you're taking me out next time.
Okay.
You're fucking taking me out. And I won't even go there. Well, that's all we got. So, to all you addicted heads, we got to pull out, sadly. Thanks for listening. Check out I Know the Manager on YouTube. Check out Sleepy House TV on YouTube and iTunes. Check us out on Twitter and Facebook. That's coming soon. So I don't know the name, but it's probably going to be Addicted. And yeah, it's going to be Addicted. Also, download us off iTunes if you don't want to sit in front of a screen for a long time, watching it on YouTube. And subscribe to Sleepy House Podcast and check out their podcast, man. So I appreciate y'all letting us do this. And yeah, see y'all next episode. Anything you want to fucking say before we get off here, Brookie Poo?
I got the lame nickname.
You better figure me one out, son.